The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Commanders and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the second of 3 games here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game.
The second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Throwing is Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle to Smith. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Hurts to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. A give to Robinson on the option. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Throwing now is Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1. To throw is Daniels. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Now Daniels. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Well, another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells that offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's Daniels. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll try to run the option here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not I just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Robinson will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Robinson again, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. taking it in from a yard out. And the Commanders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts to Barkley on the check down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. They'll set up to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, third and long. Back to throw here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
After the sack, you could understand him maybe being a little bit nervous back there, a little skittish, but looked awfully decisive when he took off and ran.
Very decisive and picked up that first down in the process. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Looking to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Holding offense.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. They're going to look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. Washington on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 39. 11 yards for number 11. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. It's Barkley on the counter. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll look to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To the air goes Daniels. Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Looking for and finding Amari Cooper again.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Play action, now it's Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmett. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Daniels looking to throw. That's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Jalen Hurts bringing the Eagles out for their next drive. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Throwing is Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down up near the 40-yard line. Barkley, inside handoff. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now a first carry here for their running back. Gets this up across the 20 to the 21 or 22. Did show some power on that run, breaking the tackle. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The quick feet by Jackson. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have an Eagles first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 25 yards that time. They'll look to throw here. It's caught. Smith. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw again. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. They'll look to throw again. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now 2nd and 3. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Here's Daniels. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and that'll be second down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
We just watched a fine first half out of the mobile quarterback. That's Jalen Hurts. He connected on a touchdown pass in that first half, and that's a big part of why his guys lead at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
2nd down and 8. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Off the play fake, Daniels. And got his man, complete. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin, 54 yards. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
From the 29, Hurts. Quick slant to Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll go to Barkley again. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now 3rd down and 7. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. It's caught on the right side, it's Smith. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
And when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Throwing now is Daniels. Here's a screen for Robinson. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
3rd down and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. Fights loose. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. After that play, we're going to get a pause here, an injured player, and that's the tight end, Zach Ertz, in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now Daniels. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. To throw is Daniels. Over the middle, that's the tight end Sennett. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Holding offense.
Well, penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. When you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run. On second down, here's the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming. Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete to Bryant. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll drop to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 2nd down and 6 now. Throwing is Hurts. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joseph Osai showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, So good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. To Barkley on the check down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert from 4 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they'd love to get him the football. And right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone. And they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 17-14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Commanders' offense set to take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion left goes a tight end. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Fighting McCaffrey on the slant. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Daniels looking to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. A give left side to Robinson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To the air goes Daniels. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw again. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
As soon as he leaped down, began his route. Someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. That one complete down the field to Smith. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin, and they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but Certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Daniels. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Daniels. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Ben Sinnott there to make the grab. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That time a 6-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well. Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them? Here's Hurts to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. With now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Eagles are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game. Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust. And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Working out of the gun, Daniels. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Daniels. That's out wide here for Robinson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Off the play fake, Daniels. And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Daniels looking to throw. There's a short one pulled in by Simmett. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Daniels. And that is incomplete. The pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Holding offense.
Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. Second down. Here's Barkley again. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. To the air goes Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down. Daniels going to throw for it. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Barkley. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them 1 step closer.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.